I'm just going to type because the network is not make sure. So this is a list of event types in denotion to power. What I mean when I say in denotion to power is you need to understand this type of event in order to know which one to focus on the most, right? Number one is percentages event. Number two, apologies when it's breaking. Just focus on what I'm typing on the screen. Number two, it's case events, also known as thousands. And I'm also going to explain how do you know that these ones are powerful. And I'll also give an example of the events that you're going to be trading that will make you understand that this event is powerful and this one is not. And number three, in terms of power, right? I'm also going to give examples of these types of events so that you can, understand. Right? So I'm going to start with percentages. Percentages, we are percentages. An example is unemployment rate under USD normally. NFP. You see, NFP consists of two events: non-farms payroll and unemployment rate. The percentage event that is called unemployment rate, that's the one that is more powerful, right? Another example, I'm just going to give one example per event type. The case is non-farms payroll. Now, on NFP, guys, is not one event. Understand something. NFP is not one event. NFP, it's two events. It's non-farms payroll, and it's also the unemployment rate. Non-farms payroll is a case event, meaning that it's a thousands event. The unemployment rate is a percentage event, right? So between the two, which one is more powerful? The unemployment rate is more powerful than the case event. But I want you to understand something. The case event is the one that is most likely to react first. There's about 70% chance that the case event will react first. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example. Let me just see if I can't. How do I move this? Okay, select. Yeah. I'm going to give an example with NFP while we're still here, right? I want to draw. Okay, perfect. Now, let me just draw a line here that's going to divide everything. Yeah, so we have NFP, right? We have non-farms payroll and we have unemployment rate, right? So we have the actual, we have the cons, we have the previous. Excuse my spelling, guys. You know I didn't go to school, right? So this is like the table. My drawing is not make sure, but it's fine. What's more important is the message, right? Now, the actual comes out as, actually, let me start with the previous. The previous says 330K. That is the previous, 330,000. Then the cons says 300K. The percentage event is 5.2%. The prediction is 5.3%. And we are all waiting for the actual, right? So what happens in, actually, guys, no. Here I wrote NFB. It's NFP. Because I know you guys, most of you guys, FBK students, are not normal. The next thing you'll be hearing a person coming to my WhatsApp saying that, hey guys, where can I find NFB? You were speaking about NFB in the session. I know you guys are not normal. The next thing you guys will be saying, hey coach, I want to buy NFB signals because NFP is not good. So now I want to buy NFB. Yo, Jesus. Yes, being a mentor. Hi. Anyways, we're continuing. So now this is our table. We have NFP, which is non-farm payroll. The previous is at 330,000. The cons is at 300,000. What this means is if the actual comes out greater than the cons for the case event, it's a buy. If the actual comes out below, apologies, it has broken there. If the actual comes out above 300,000, it's a buy. If the actual comes out below 300,000, it's a sell, right? The actual of NFP comes out at 250K. That is the actual, right? The outcome of the event. Now, what this means, it means that immediately at 2:30 or 3:30 or whatever the time NFP is at, USD JPY or any pair that has USG denoted as a base currency is going to buy at that given moment. That's what it means. And it's also going to buy, depending on the changes, it's also going to buy for a period of about 45 minutes. An event has an effect of up to 45 minutes. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Plus, then average is on 45 minutes, right? Meaning that even after the event, you can still continue buying any pair that involves USD, right? And the unemployment rate comes out as 5 point, where's the eraser? It comes out as 5.2%, right? Now, normally, on a normal event, when the actual is below the cons or prediction, it simply means that it's a sell when it's below. And then when it's above, it means that it's a buy. But for NFP and percentage events, it's slightly different. It's the opposite, actually. When the actual is below, then that's when it's actually a buy. And when the actual is above, that's when it's a sell. So in this case, because now the cons or the prediction is 5.3%, the actual is 5.2%, it means that it's a buy. Already, the report outcome does not match. What that means, what's going to happen next now? What's going to happen next when the event outcome does not match? We should expect what we call a rejection. Now, for some of you guys who don't understand what causes a rejection. So it's very important. You see, sometimes, now I'm going through the most day, you get a person saying, coach, this nonsense of yours is not working, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, you said this event will move and it's not moving, such things. And I understand it's because you don't even understand what is it that you're trading. So today you're going to learn and understand what is it that you're trading. And after this session, people are saying I should repeat. Let me just repeat. I see on the chat box. So which part did you not hear, guys? So I can repeat. Which part did you not get properly? So I can repeat. So I would like to believe that our recording, the one that I'm gonna share with you guys, I believe that it will have less interruptions compared to the live one. Um, the UR part. Okay, perfect. I got it. So let me just quickly repeat the part. Now, guys, it's very simple. NFP consists of two events. We have previous, which is what happened the previous month. We have cons, which is what's predicted to come out. And we have actual, which is the reality of what actually came out. Now, on the case events, anything that is above the cons is a buy. Anything that is below the cons is a sell. If it's above the cons, it's a buy. If it's below, it's a sell. So in our example, this is an example, guys. Guys, I repeat, yo, FBK students, you're going to kill me with stress. I repeat, this is an example, guys. I don't want people to be saying, coach, on the mentoring session, you said the previous is 330,000, but here it's not. And you said it's a sell, but it's not selling. Guys, this is an example. Isbonelo in Sizulu, in Shona, Kukuremba, in Chinese, Fing Fing Kong language. It's an example, please, guys. Now, on my example, it says that the actual came out as 250,000, meaning that it's below the cons. It's a sell. That's what it means. Now, the difference between 300,000 and 250 is 50,000. 50,000 is enough, right? Sharp. I'm going to also make you guys understand the difference in terms of how to know how long you should hold on to a trade for based on the report outcome. But remember that the opposite might happen. And I forgot the most important thing, guys. Disclaimer. I forgot the most important thing. Disclaimer, so that people don't sue me. Here's my disclaimer. Guys, anything that I will be discussing or that I've already shared with you guys, understand that it's my personal experience. What you might go through as a person might slightly be different. Where I denote that you're going to make money, I'm simply referring to experiences where I've made money. It does not necessarily mean that you are going to make money because we are not on the same level, right? Now, some of you guys are being bewitched where you're from, right? Now I'm as clean as I am. Therefore, no matter how much you copy or try to be me, the outcome of the results might never be the same, or it will never be the same, right? I am not a professional financial advisor. Should you require a professional financial advisor, please seek for financial help from a professional or whoever. Now, I'm just an individual who is sharing information that I've learned on my personal experiences, both wins and losses, and I'm sharing it with you guys free of charge as nobody's paying for this session, right? Therefore, the outcome might slightly be different. When you are copying me, understand very well that you and I are not on the same level. I repeat, understand very well that you and I are not on the same level, and you are responsible for your own decisions, irregardless. And however I perceive my information, my experiences, how you receive them, it's up to you. I'm trying to save nothing. I'm trying to send nothing but a positive message to you guys. However you receive it, if you receive it the opposite way, then that's on your business. That is my disclaimer. I'm done. In short, what I'm trying to say is I will not be responsible for anything that happens to you after this session based on the information that we discuss on this session. That is my disclaimer. When you are copying me, copy me with understanding that you are going to be responsible for your own actions. Thank you. As I'm continuing, when the actual is below the cons, it's a sell. When it actual is above the cons, it's a buy for case event. I'm referring to NFP, which is non-farms payroll. Now, the unemployment rate, UR, it's a percentage event. Percentage events are the opposite of case events. Now, normally, when the actual is above the cons, it's a buy, and vice versa. But in this case, when the percentage is above the cons, it simply means that it's a sell. And when the percentage is below the cons, it's a buy. So the meaning that the opposite is happening. So in my example, the NFP is a buy. We are buying any pair that involves USD, right? Where USD is a base currency, we are buying. Where USD is a code currency, we are selling. Now, under unemployment rate, 5.2 is our previous. What happened the previous month? And the economists predicted that it's going to be 5.3. That is the cons, that is the prediction that they are presuming that it's going to happen, right? When it comes out as the actual, it came out as 5.2, which is 0.1% below the cons, meaning that normally it's supposed to be a sell. But because it's a percentage event, it's going to be a buy. So that's the whole thing. Now, between these two events, which are happening all at once, which one is more powerful? Now, the UR is more powerful than the NFP, which is the case event. Any percentage event is more powerful, but the NFP, which is the case event, is most likely to react fast, meaning that it's going to react quicker compared to the percentage one. Now, the NFP one, which is the case event, is most likely to react for split seconds. Then that's where we get to have rejection. That's where rejection comes in. Have you seen CPI rejecting the previous month? Not this one, the other month. CPI have rejected, and most of you guys said the event didn't move. It didn't go in our favor. You need to understand why it didn't go in our favor. It literally rejected because the report wanted it to reject. If these two events do not match, it's definitely going to reject. Now, when the NFP report comes out like this, guys, right? When the NFP report comes out like this, what this simply means is there's a possible rejection. Therefore, whatever profit that you see, please exit. That's what I've learned on my personal experience. But in cases where the actual comes out as maybe 5.4%, now this simply means that both events will be green. Therefore, it's going to be a beautiful buy. You are looking at with the estimated percentages of 0.1 and 50,000 difference on the case event. You're looking at a clean 45 minutes on a buy. Clean 45 minutes on a buy. And yeah, basically, that's just about it. Now, where we have case events, anything above 30,000 points. Anything above 30,000, it's actually a good movement, whether it's a sell or buy. Anything about 30,000, anything above 30,000, I'm referring to the difference between actual and cons, is actually good. And then when it comes to the percentages, anything about 0.1% is actually good as well, And then anything above 60,000 difference between the cons on actual on case event is the best. Anything above 0.02% on the case event is the best. Now I'm done. I hope now I've clarified most of the things that you guys needed to know when it comes to NFP. So let me just erase and go back to the types of events. So this was not really part of our schedule, but I noticed it's important that you guys understand what is it that you're going to be trading. So when the report outcome is good, guys, it simply means that you can also execute and still come out all right. I've done it multiple times. I have personal experience. So number one, percentage event has more power, even though case event will react first. I hope you understand that. Number three, standard events. Standard events. Standard event is events like PMIs. The PMIs under GBP, those are standard events. They do have a bit of power, not that much though, but they do have a bit of power. Now, number four, EMS events. EMS events is Mostly it's crude oil. It's anything that has to do with crude oil, mostly under USD. And depending on the changes, they quite move the market as well, especially USD pairs. And they happen at 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon normally. So have a look at that. They will give you quite a good number of points. And I'll also state and denote the number of points that each event can or is able to give you, so that you can understand the difference between all this type. On these types of events. Now, speeches. It's the one which are denoted by microphone. Next to it, and they don't really have an actual fact on paper or investing.com. So it's just a matter of hoping where the market is gonna go, and they're not really the best. And all countries have speeches, but mostly speeches which move the market. It's euro. It's let me just write them down. It's euro, USD, GBP. Their speeches have proven to be powerful. But the last time I've traded speeches was in 2019. I haven't traded speeches in a long time, and I don't know if they move the market anymore or not. Right? So yeah, that's just what's happening. So now I'll be now denoting the number of points that each event is able to move. Number one, the percentage event. The percentage event is able to move the market. Obviously, depending on the number of changes in between the cons and actual, that also plays a huge part. But percentages event, we are looking at about 400 to 1,200 points. The case event, we are looking at 300 to 1,000 points. The standard events, we are looking at about 250 to 500 points. These are just based on my personal experiences. Actual facts might slightly be different. EMS events, we are looking at about 150 to 300 points. Remember, like I said, the actual facts might slightly be different. And speeches, we are looking at about 100 to 300 points, but it's more or less long term, right? It's not something that's gonna happen immediately. So I'm gonna now speak about the time frame that each event might react. So the case event, I'm gonna start with the case event. The case event, let me just, yeah, you are looking at 1 second. This is like the time that the event can take to move, the number of points that I've denoted. Remember, 10 points is equivalent to 1 pip. 100 points is equivalent to 10 pips. 1,200 points is equivalent to 120 pips. Yeah. Now, this one can move in like 1 second. The percentage event. No, sorry. The percentage event, it's 1 minute. Sorry, guys. How do I edit this? Okay, yeah. 1 minute. And then the case event is 1 second. The standard event is 15 minutes. Guys, remember that. Let me just confirm something quickly. Just hold on for me. I'm actually on the economic calendar. I wanna confirm something quickly. How do I current filters importance? I want triples only. I want the rules only apply. Where do I go to next week? How do I select next week here? Yeah, guys. Okay. Okay, yeah. So let me just go to next week. I want to confirm something. Yeah. Guys, the reason why I've just confirmed it, the reason why I do not speak about interest rates is because they fall under percentages. I hope I've seen a question saying, Coach, why are you not mentioning interest rate? Interest rate falls under percentages, guys. That is why I'm not mentioning anything separately. Now, after that, we have EMS events. They take around about 15 minutes as well. So the 15 minutes that I'm referring to is the time that the event is able to move at its full potential time. Speeches, 30 minutes. Right now, these times are just like estimations of what I've seen in my personal experience. In reality, it might be more or less greater and above, right? Sharp. Now, I've covered almost everything in which is important regarding this event, right? And I'm sure now you're able to understand the difference between the events and which event to risk more on and which event to risk less on. You know, the greater the event moves, that's where your risk is more worth it compared to where the event is going to move less. And it's important that you guys know and understand it. So now